Hey guys, welcome back for another video. So it has been about a week since I have finished this, and as soon as I finished it, I was so eager to immediately turn on the camera and record this video so that I could get to my TBR jar. But I decided to let it sit for a day, and then I got really busy and couldn't record the video, and then I had to read a bunch of other books, and I've just been putting it off. But now that I'm here a week out, I'm glad I waited because it needed some time to marinate. And I think this video is going to look a lot different today than if I had made it instantly after finishing it. So I did record some more vlogging clips. I'll let those roll and then we'll get back to where I landed on this book, which is, of course, I haven't said it yet, Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. So let's let the clips roll. Okay, so I accidentally started Children of Time today, and it actually was an accident. I couldn't find my phone anywhere, but I had my headphones on. So I was doing a chore and I just pushed play on my headphones, thinking it would connect me back to Libby because that is what I was listening to. But my phone and my headphones are dumb. So it took me to Audible, and I had recently downloaded Children of Time just to get it ready, and it just started it. So I couldn't find my phone, so I just listened to it. And here's what I found out so far. As of where I am now, which is probably only half an hour in, there are 3 distinct POVs, and each one automatically was interesting, and it wasted no time getting straight to the good stuff. There's no meandering in this book. Within the first chapter, I was like, okay, we're starting. So I'm probably not going to read any more today because I really need to finish what I'm meant to be listening to. But in the 30-45 minutes I listened to when I was looking for my phone, found it by the way, it was really good, and I'm excited to get back in because like I said, it wasted no time getting interesting and exciting. So I'll be back. Okay, I think this will stay pretty spoiler free, but the alien race in this book is indeed arachnid, and it is extremely matriarchal by nature. And man, oh man, there are some really, really good man-hating lines in here. I mean, I'm not usually a full-on man-hater. I must be luteal right now or something because this shit is cracking me up. Let's see here. Males are replaceable, always underfoot, always too numerous. I'd wear that on a t-shirt. Before the female chooses her partner and accepts his package of sperm, she may then kill and eat him, which is thought to be a great honor for the victim, although even Portia suspects that the males may not quite see it that way. All right, this is kind of long. This cracked me up. It is, however, quite true that packs of females, especially younger ones, perhaps newly formed peer groups seeking to strengthen their bonds, will descend to the lower reaches of the city and engage in hunting males. The practice is covertly overlooked. Girls will be girls after all. I love how it specifies that it's a bonding activity for women. And they're like, you know what? We'd rather you didn't, but in the end, girls will be girls. Love that. Anyway, I'm enjoying the spider POVs a lot more than I thought there was. Actually, some really good politics involved in the whole spider colony stuff. So I'm really enjoying this, and I'll talk to you soon. Hello. Okay, I figured I should probably check in. So I've been audiobooking. See my headphones. This is a weird one for me because I am enjoying it, but I've reached a stretch. I'm probably at 70%, and I'm just getting kind of bored, but not uninterested, if that makes sense. I'm invested with the characters. I want to know what's going to happen. I'm interested in everything that's currently going on, yet I find myself kind of wanting it to wrap up. So I don't know. And it's weird because it's not even a negative, because I don't really have anything to complain about. I just find myself being okay, this was good, and now I'm ready for it to be done. And it's not even really that long. I know it's a 600-page book, but I don't have my book on me right now. I'll show you later. But it's one of those books where the text takes up only 3/4 of the page. The margins are super wide, and it's just a rectangle box of text with a huge border of page around it. And the audiobook, sorry, I'm all over the place. The audiobook is 18 hours long, so it's not really that long. But it's starting to feel long, if that makes sense. So, but where I'm standing right now, I've enjoyed it enough that I will read book 2. So anyway, take that for what it's worth, but I'm just getting a little bored. Okay, so I just got back from a funeral. That's why I'm a bit dressed up. But while I was getting ready to go, I finished Children of Time. I listened to the audiobook for the last bit of it while I was getting ready today. And this is going to be an interesting one for me because I liked it, but it's like it wasn't what I wanted it to be. So I need to let it settle for a second so I can separate like what my unintentional expectations were from what I got. I think it's way more of a book 1 than I was expecting. And yes, it did kind of tie everything up and wrap it up, but like everything that happened in the last like 20 minutes of the book is what I was wanting for like half of the book. So the structure of it was just not what I was expecting, but I liked what I got. I stayed interested the whole time and I enjoyed where we ended up even, but I'm going to have to read book 2 now. Like I was kind of hoping it would be a little self-contained book 1, but it kind of left me being like, I absolutely have to read the next one right away. So I won't read the next one right away. I just know myself I won't. But I am planning on reading Children of Ruin at some point. So anyway, I think I was planning on making the video for this and drawing my next book right away because I have makeup on. I was literally like, today will be perfect because I have makeup on. But I think I might need to set on this one for a second before I review it. So anyway, I finished it and I am excited to get my next TBR Jar book. Okay, so where I am at now with this book is I'm at a solid 4 stars. Like I really enjoyed myself while I was reading the book. And now that I'm a week out and I have some, perspective, I still am at the same place, but sci-fi in general is just a harder sell for me. Like I always enjoy it while I'm reading it, but it takes something really, really special to make me love it. And what I was missing from this book was, in the end, human connection. Surprisingly enough, I really enjoyed my time with the spiders. Like I mentioned in some clips, there were some times that I was feeling it was a little bit slow, perhaps, but I thought it was going to be a lot more dry and just very like educational or something, but I really enjoyed that dynamic. The politics of the spider colonies and just the way their world worked was fascinating to me, and I really got a lot from the actual spider characters as well, even though he tried and did a great job of making them feel very not human, like they were very arachnid in nature. And so I couldn't bond with them like I would a human character, but I was constantly compelled by them. And in the end, they were kind of the highlight of the story for me. I wanted to love the main character, Holden, and I really did enjoy my time with him. But it frustrates me that Holden was completely defined by things that other people chose from him. Like I don't want to get into too many spoilers in this type of review, but in the end I wanted to know him, and every interaction we got with him, he was in a circumstance he had no control over, so he was always reactive, and I wanted to get to know him like just on a different level. It's like I just wanted this book to have a very different format. And saying that, I do think that going in having some expectations probably set by Project Hail Mary, if I'm being honest. If I'm being really honest and probably not being fair, because this is a first contact sci-fi, and I wanted more connection between this alien species of spiders and the humans, and not necessarily in a human way, but everything was so separate until the very, very end. And I'm just like, I feel like they tied it up well. Like it did have a tidy ending and something that makes you go, all right. The ending does make me want to read the next books, but it's not because I'm like, oh, I miss my friends. I just have to know what they get into next. But I feel like the next book is probably going to contain everything I thought I wanted out of this book. So I feel like any complaints I have were basically just because my expectations were set for some reason. Even though I tried to go into it with an open mind, I just had like a format I wanted it to follow. And I felt like I was just waiting for something to happen, anything to happen with the humans until like the very, 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 very end. So 5 stars for the spiders. The humans were a bit hit and miss. And like I said, all felt very reactive, which is probably, I mean, according to the story he's writing, like, I mean, how else would it go? So I liked it. I just was like waiting for stuff to happen that never really happened. But I will definitely read at least the next book, because now I want to see what type of interactions they have now that they have made the contact. So I did like it, and I'm just missing some relationship dynamics. So 4 stars, very, very glad I read it. So all in all, good job, Jar. I guess that's what time it is now. I'm actually nervous for this. I went in and I have added one since the very, very beginning. And I still have Empire of the Vampire taken out because I might be working on a buddy read for that one. And I took one other out. I know this is probably cheating, but I took another one out that's like hard sci-fi just because I know I don't want that like back to back. So everything else though is in here, even though there were a few that I was like, I don't know. But that's why I've been putting them off for so long, is because pretty much everything in here is one that I've had the opportunity to read, and then I keep going, not right now, I don't know. So everything else is in here. Okay, here we go. I'm nervous. Okay, they get kind of stuck together because they're index cards and they get folded up together. This is it though. Okay, Gates of Fire. This is, hold on just a second, I'll go grab it. Here it is. Okay, so Gates of Fire is by Steven Pressfield. And I'll have to look into it because I don't know if this is the book that the movie 300 was based off of. Like if the movie is based off of a novel, or if both the movie and the novel were just both about the same, you know, historic event with the Spartan soldiers. But I've had this for a long time. I have the audiobook and I have the physical book. And that was basically the requirement for getting in the jar. So I'm excited to read this. I've had I don't even remember who recommended this to me, but it's been on my TBR for a long time. So this will be the next thing I read from the TBR jar. So thanks for sticking around so far. I'm ranking them, you know. So obviously at this point, first place is, what is that book called? Daughter of the Forest, of course. I love Daughter of the Forest. It's in first place, and Children of Time is in second place. So I'll be back soon, and we'll see where Gates of Fire ranks.